Have you heard about the how corporations are going to be doing their carbon credits?
The basic thing that's going on, I mean, the credits thing can be legitimate
Okay.
with real pollution. So what
Mhm.
you can say is, for example, let's just say you vaguely know like X amount of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere is harmful. And then below that, it's okay. Let's say you have a threshold and it's like legitimate for people to say, okay, like we would rather keep the level below this. And
Mhm.
so we're going to find the major sources. And you can, in sort of, some people will need, or the way it works is like some people, it's more crucial for them to be able to emit that, and
Okay.
other people can efficiently not do it. And so that's a legitimate kind of thing. But here, what the goal is you're trying to eliminate CO2 emissions rapidly. And that is not something you can do
Mhm.
without mass destruction, because there is
Mhm.
no cost effective way to produce energy at a large scale without a lot of CO2 emissions. And so what's happening then is all of these schemes are just impoverishing us in one way or another, because the threshold at which they would set the carbon credits to be meaningful from their perspective is impoverishing from our perspective.
Mhm.
The other thing is there's a huge amount of fraud that goes on. The key thing to recognize with CO2 emissions is there is no scalable way of reducing CO2 emissions without causing human suffering. So
Mhm.
you could, for example, you could say, I'm going to plant some trees and
Yeah.
that'll offset my footprint.
Yeah.
But there, you cannot plant enough trees in the world to offset most people's footprint. So what happens is some people just hoard the carbon offsets, and it's usually the wealthier people. So they
Okay.
just virtue signal by saying, "Oh, I bought up the first offsets at this price," and then other people can't do it. And look, why don't you all act like me? Well, the point is we can't all act like you.
Wow.